I'm gonna start writing my dreams down again too.
Maybe that's what I need to come up with is a dream journal.
Yeah. I'm gonna I have some weird ones, man. Really strange ones.
Like what?
I don't know, like sometimes like people are chasing me sometimes. I get so scared I can't move. And I even wake up and I'm trying to move my arm and my arm won't hardly move like the first few seconds when you wake up.
Yeah.
It's like you turn into a zombie or something, but it's like weird as hell.
My first memories were dreams. I had one where I got stuck in an escalator.
To grind you up.
Well, it was sucking me in at the top. My parents were trying to pull me out, but it's just sucking my legs up and shit. And then I think the first memory I had, it was this nightmare. I was like 4 or 5 or something. It's the only memory I have before moving to Flat Rock. I think my parents had an apartment in Woodhaven, and I was in my room with my friend Tyler. He was just like a little chubby kid, and like the two things I was scared of most was
a little chubby kid.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The two things I was afraid of most was balloons and clowns.
Why the balloons?
I don't know. They like moved and they weren't alive, you know? Maybe that's it. I don't know. Or I couldn't control them or something. I don't know. But I remember the door to my room was open and there was these Ronald McDonald faces floating like balloons. So they were like coming from my room. So we slammed the door and Tyler's like, I'm going out there. And I'm like, no, Tyler. And he opened the door and ran out into like this big fucking cloud of Ronald McDonald balloon faces.
I seen a thing the other day, I don't know, it was YouTube or something, where they said that more people are scared of clowns than, I don't know, some kind of a big major thing. Just that a lot of people are afraid of clowns. Well, they're not really funny looking, though. They are scary and evil looking, man, if you really look at them close.
Well, it would be funny if instead of clowns, you know, the like instead of a clown looking like that, they put on like fucking fangs and like a furry
I
coat.
can help there.
Yeah, you'd be a clown.
Oh, this chick thought I was going to kill her one time. I'm not lying.
Why?
Well, long story. I had surgery. I think I told you about I had surgery on that left foot, and there's a lot of plates and shit like that. Anyway, they gave me this thing. It's called a bone stimulator. It's a battery pack you wear on your belt right here or your waist, and then it had wires running down your leg, and they had this thing on top of the foot that would give you electric shocks. But you didn't really feel them. It's supposed to help healing. It's supposed to aid in healing bones and stuff. So anyway, there was a knock on the door. This woman was supposed to bring it over to show me how to use it and stuff. This chick must have been like, I don't know, early 20s maybe. She walked in, I opened the door, and she walked in the door, and the first thing she saw was those skulls, and not these ones here, but the ones around the corner. And as soon as you walk in, she just kind of looked, and then now, come on in. She took about 3 steps in here and wouldn't move any further, man. And she started looking around. Then she looked in the kitchen. Now there's like, I don't know, I think there's like 70-something skulls in the kitchen, animal skulls. And she just started looking, and then she said, well, here, you take this and you plug this in here, and then you take this and you read the numbers there, and then you got to make sure you shut it off every time, and then I gotta go. I don't know if she thought I was gonna kill her and put her stuff up in here.
It would have been cool if you did.
Then I had to she was like standing by the door, and I told her, I said, excuse me, I'm coming up behind. What? She was fucking joking. I said, no, I'm coming to unlock the door. Oh, I didn't know the door was locked. I always lock my door, man. I had weird people walk in before. I have, man.
Like who?
Well, Laura. First time I ever met her, man, her banging on my door, somebody yelling. First, I heard somebody fucking around on the porch. I didn't know what was going on, so I went over there and opened the door. She opened the door, bam! She's in the house. Where's Sergio? I said, "What the hell are you talking?" Sergio sent me, and she started talking about hogs and all kinds of weird shit. I had to push her out the door. And then even like that weird Steve did that. I come out of the hallway one time, went here, turned around, went back, and all of a sudden, here's Steve standing right behind me. Just walked right in the house. Well, I always make sure my doors are locked, man. You know, like this, especially like the summer, I locked the screen door. I got like 2 or 3 locks on it too. I got the regular one you turn. I got another one of the hook ones. I'm making another hook one to put lower. So you never know. There's weirdos.
Especially in this trailer.
Well, it's not that many. I mean, well, next door.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
I don't know how many times she said "fuck you" in one breath. Man. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And it's just the way she talked. Like she got mad at him one time. Dan, you never stick up for me, Dan. You never stick up for me. I called her a bunch of names that day. Made her cry.
What'd you call her?
Ugly, pimple-faced, retarded bitch. I told her, I yelled as loud as I could. I said, "You're miserable because you're fat and you're ugly and you got pimples all over your face. And because you're miserable, you want to make everybody else miserable too." I said, "So shut the fuck up." I used to make her cry, Danny. She said, "No, you made her cry. Now she's real mad. She's going to take it out on me." Damn it. Do that shit all the time. Like there's no room.
Yeah, circle drawn. Put drink here.
Yeah. That's why I do that right here. Damn, look at that. Fit, perfect fit. Look at that.
You're really good at drawing circles.
So sometimes they're kind of lumpy. A piece on there. Somewhere in here. Don't mind me, I'm looking for shit again. Oh, I know what I'm looking for.
Good.
Here. I could have just put my finger in there, you know. I was talking to this chick on the phone a couple of weeks ago. I was texting her. I was texting her, and I said something about I said, "Excuse me, I got to switch hands. I got to pick my nose." She says, "Use a Q-tip." I said, "A Q-tip can't grab and pull." I mean, everybody's got to do it. You know, I mean, that's just a natural thing.
Maybe that's something I could invent as a nose picker.
Yeah. But even nails are good ones, though, too. Mine are all broke off. I have some nasty tough boogers in there. They were like cement. I stuck my broke my nail off. All of them I broke off.
What would be the perfect nose picker, though?
Something with a curve to it. With a slightly beveled edge so you can scrape. And something that'll cut through the hairs, too. So the hairs get...
Or maybe it has little hairs on it to stick to the booger.
Oh, that'd be pretty, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be like almost like a...
Or you dip it in glue first?
Booger Velcro. Oh man, now I've seen them now getting more. I don't like that. Shit. No, what am I reaching? Oh. Damn.
I was thinking one of those YouTube channels that has your guys' songs on them. Maybe could hit them up and see if they have all the tracks you recorded there.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'll tell you, the best shit we did is when we went in there and we did the 4 sets that we did at the bar, and we had tons of songs, but these were just 4 sets we were doing at the time. We just went in the studio, bam, bam, bam. No second takes, just went right through all the songs. And that was one of the best things, man. The sound was pretty well balanced, you know. I mean, it was good, man.
Did you do everything at the same studio?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sound patterns. But he, like I said, every time when they were doing the records, man, every time, man, they'd go in there and they'd go to add like a track, and they would change the whole sound of everything, man. You know, instead of just working on like the lead guitar track, instead of just like putting the lead guitar track in, they'd start jacking up this volume and that volume and turning this up and turning this down, and I was pissed, man. I heard a few things. I was mad.
It'd be cool if they had just the isolated tracks so we could get them remixed.
Yeah, because how he used to do it. See, he was a good recording engineer, but I mean, he wasn't good at mixing.
Yeah.
He wasn't good at mixing, but he was good at recording. And I was really pissed like the first time I went in there and said they had a drum set there. Don't take your drums, you got a drum. Nice. Man, it was a piece of shit. I was pissed. Like they had one fucking tom, you know, they had a bass, snare, tom, and 4 tom. And 2 cymbals, one ride, one crash. Man, I got shit tons of fucking cymbals, man. I bet I got $3,000 alone in cymbals, man. But each one's got a specific sound, man. You know, like I said, I got that old 60, I think this was 1965 Zildjian Sizzle. It's got the one's got the rivets in it. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
You know, like the beginning of the song, I go like, that sounds kick ass, man. I wrote my sound effects again. Well, I never realized that until you said it. Now I'm so
Everybody does it, but it's funny to point it out. You know, like every laugh sounds retarded.
Yeah.
You just don't think about it until it's pointed out. So what I like to do is every time someone laughs, I just laugh like they do, and then they realize how retarded it is.
Jennifer's niece, that my buddy that just died, his daughter, she snorted when she laughed, and she goes, and I'd do that. I go, make her laugh more. And she would just sit there and snort, man.
It always makes them laugh more, and you can like pin them down with that, you know?
Oh, she couldn't even hardly breathe sometimes. She was laughing so hard, and every time I'd snort, she would snort, and to make her laugh more. Oh, shit. That was funny as hell.
Yeah, any good Tommy Trash stories?
You of them. I told you about Miss Minnesota, right?
Yeah, you can tell me again.
We was at Big Boys on Southfield there in Lincoln Park. And these 2 chicks, I mean, they were pretty nice looking and stuff. And Tommy Trash would always send, he'd always send, me and him hung out a lot, so he'd always send, somebody that was with him, like he had a limo driver, he'd send him sometime, here, that's Tommy Trash, or he'd like you to have one of his records, blah, 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 you know, so he sent me over there to talk to her, and her name was Lori Kemp. She was Miss Minnesota for 1980 something. And so anyway, you know, he tried to get her into his band. She wouldn't go for it. Come on my band and listen to No. And then me too, you know, looking at me.
No, he's okay. He can get in his van.
Yeah, Mom
Trust me.
Yeah, I'm honest. Mom would
Scout's
really,
honor.
Mom would really trust him.
Yeah.
But anyway, now he used to joke about being a pedophile and stuff, you know, and sometimes and he'd say something like, "Oh, my girlfriend just turned 12 yesterday," you know, shit like that. Well, anyway, he wrote Miss Minnesota. He wrote her a letter. She wrote him a letter back. Then he wrote her another letter, telling him how he sniffs his sister's panties. And he wanted to drink her bath water. And then he got all bummed out. She wrote him back, said she was going to call the police if he ever contacted her again. And he was in real life. He was mentally ill. I guess that's the way to say it. I don't know if I'm politically correct or not these days, but no, he was fucked up, man. And anyway, he wrote her that letter and said all kinds of weird shit about his girlfriend, his 12-year-old girlfriend and shit. Sniffing his sister's panties and drinking her bath water. She wrote back and said, "Trash is the right word for you. You're nothing but trash. Don't you ever contact me again. I'll call the police if you ever try." He got bummed out. He stayed in his room for like 4 days, man. Wouldn't come out, talk to anybody. He had his own truck parts business on the side, you know. And he wouldn't work or nothing, man. Just because of that. But he'd do all kinds of weird shit.
What do you expect her?
He didn't think anything was. He didn't think nothing was wrong saying that to her. He really thought she's gonna giggle.
Oh, nice. That's so sweet.
We'd sit there and giggle. You know, we'd sit there and laugh about shit. You know, sometimes. You know, kid around about it. But I mean, you know, it was like he didn't understand why she was so upset. I told him, "Girl, you know, I already know that you want to sniff your sister's panties." I mean, bad enough seeing anybody else. I know his own sister, you know. That was the only good-looking one of the lot.
Oh, the one that you wanted to...
He had one sister named Doodle. He did.
You didn't want to sniff Doodle's panties.
No. I wouldn't.
Sounds like she used a litter box.
I wouldn't sniff them either. She tried telling somebody I tried hitting on her one time. People say to Trash and say, "Hey, what does your sister look like?" And he says, "Oh, it looks just like me, but her hair's a little longer." My nose again.
Let me make sure this thing didn't. Okay. Is that picture of you on the album? All of you guys? Is that Dale right behind you?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the steps. Yeah, I didn't even know. Well, I knew who you were, but.
I hope so.
Gotta stand out a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. All these white people around me.
You look like some thug they just dragged off the street so they'd look tougher. Or you're like, you wouldn't leave the porch, so like, okay, we'll just take the picture around them.
Yeah, might as well.
Now, on one of those videos, I want to be rich, and one of the other ones are uploaded by the same person. They have the members of the band. They got like 7 people in there.
Well, yeah, well, okay, there's remember I told you about that one chick that was in that band, that guy's girlfriend in that one band. That was like, we won the battle of the bands, and the one band that thought they were going to win didn't win. And they were pissed and they were yelling, "You suck," and all this shit like that. Well, anyway, I ended up with one of the guys' girlfriends.
You fucked her?
Yeah. And I forgot where I was going with that.
All the members of the band.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, okay, well, one of the guys, the keyboard player from that band, Trash got him to play keyboards on that. I didn't want any fucking keyboards.
Yeah.
I just didn't want no keyboards in that. And they put him in, I Like Blondes, they put him in, and that's a guitar song. It's not, it's not a keyboard song. I don't know, I just didn't like the keyboard. But they got the guy from that, the keyboard player from that band, was the one they got on the record. And then my ex-brother-in-law, Les, he's the one who did a lot of the harmonies and stuff like that. So we got him on there. And then Jeff, we got Jeff. He used to play guitar with us a long time ago, so they got him to do the lead guitar.
Yeah, because I've seen 2 people for rhythm guitar, 2 people for vocals, 1 person for lead guitar, and then I seen the keyboards. I didn't even hear keyboards when I listened to it. I was like, I didn't even know they had a, it was weird.
I Want to Be Rich. I don't think it's in I Want to Be Rich, but I Like Blondes. It's in there.
Well, one of them, I seen that they had the keyboard player in the description.
Yeah, he was from that. That band.
That sucked.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have those guys on YouTube.
I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be cool to look up
I think
later.
they were called. I'm not even going to say the name.
Don't want to knock at your door. We've been married 50 years now.
What'd you do to my old lady? You'll be surprised. You know what she really likes? They're supposed to have been broke up or something. I don't know. For a day or 2. But I figured, just it was kind of like a getting even thing, And that was kind of cool. But yeah, they were pissed they didn't win. Well, we're setting up and stuff. Those guys. And there's it's outside and it's big, like a mall type of parking lot type of thing. And the guy can't find his guitar strap, and he's swearing and swearing, using all kinds of foul language. There's little kids running around and shit, And the judges heard all that shit. You were judged like on stage presence, professionalism, originality, and there was like 5 categories they judged on. And they didn't hit too many. So like Dale was kidding around with Trash one time. He says, Trash was talking about a song, and Dale said, if all else fails, stand on your head. Just fucking around, kidding around.
Yeah.
Well, next time we're doing that song was a song called "I Like My Dad," and so in the middle of it, Trash gets on. Dale's doing one thing on the guitar, and Trash gets on and stands on his head. And I mean, it's just stupid shit, But we had like a whole show worked out, And like in that song "No Pills," he got a bunch of capsules and stuff, emptying them out and shit, and put like sugar in them, powdered sugar or whatever. And at the end of the song, like he just all these pills in the video, it cracked me up. His mom, he's got all these pills and he's breathing at the end, and now these pills are all coming out of his mouth. And one of them stuck on his lip right here, moving around and shit. But
you guys made a video?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
I've got it, but it's on the old VHS page. I don't know how old I am now.
Even I remember those though.
Do you?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, I remember one of my first memories actually was, I don't know what grocery store it was, but one of the grocery stores had a video store in it. I remember seeing Jurassic Park. It just came out or something.
I love dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, well, I got the movie. And then, nobody. I remember we go to Mammoth Video right here every Friday and get shit.
Yeah.
And then once in a while when the videos get stuck in the VCR, all the tape would get tangled out. And
Was that on West Road? Or?
no, it was right here on Telegram,
Oh, okay.
where CVS is.
Some kid got killed on the one on by West Road there. The storm came up and the marquee thing blew out and squashed them.
A what thing?
Marquee, like a sign that hangs over the sidewalk. You know, like a
Oh.
movie theater. Yeah, one of them, they had a big thing outside and it fell down and squashed them.
When was this?
4 or 5 years ago, I think.
Damn.
Yeah, he got squashed, man.
How old was he?
Oh, kid. Better than a dog, I guess. He's probably named Jeffrey or Kyle. Jeffrey and Kyle are always little fucking snots, man.
Is that what the newspaper said? He was a real little snot. Don't worry.
Well, you know them little shit. You know, they'll fucking stick your tongue out like, you know, you'll walk by and your mom and be like, stick your tongue out at you. Slap that little fucker, man. You could get away with it, you know.
Tell the grocery store story.
Oh, fucking Jeffrey. No, that I was in Kroger's on West Road there, and I was shopping, and this lady's got this kid, and he's about 7, 8 years old, maybe, he's on there, and he's going down now, and he's throwing shit. You know, he grabbed this, and Jeffrey, I said stop. Jeffrey, you're not going to play video games when you go home. Jeffrey, you're not going to be able to do this. Jeffrey, you know, and I'm going to take away your computer for an hour, Jeffrey. And well, Jeffrey kept doing this shit, man. Throwing this, throwing that. I'm dodging shit as I'm going down the aisle. Then that little shit stands in the middle of the aisle, turns around and crosses his arms like this. And I'm coming with the cart and all this. Jeffrey, wham! I fucking hit that little shit. Damn near knocked him down. He started crying. Oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm so sorry. You jumped right out in front of me. Little shit. I knocked him in the middle of next week. He deserved every hit, too, man. But he was a little Jeffrey. Like I said, Jeffrey and Kyle's are these little snots. But I mean, his mother all down the whole house. She's going to take everything away. She didn't do shit. She didn't even make him pick it up. I done made that little shit pick them all up, too, and smacked him upside the head every time he picked one up. And every time he put it down, he'd get another smack for doing it in the first place. But oh no, I don't want to hurt his feelings. He's going to grow up to be just not right. He won't be sensitive. Poor Jeffrey. Fuck Jeffrey. Smack that little shit. God, these cigarettes taste good today. I don't know why I lost my taste bud, man. I couldn't figure out if it was steroids are making me take, or if it was that COVID vaccination booster, whatever. I hope I don't turn into some kind of creature now. You see, well, especially some of these movies I watch. Oops, excuse me. Some of these movies I've been watching lately on YouTube or on Netflix. People get a shot and they turn into some fucking ooze. Then the ooze turns into big fangs and monsters and shit. And
you fit in here.
Yeah. I don't believe I was counting my skulls in the kitchen. I stopped at 74. But I gotta make some yet too. It's fun making them.
I think you should start selling them.
Well, they're so expensive to buy. Like, I'm not lying. When I paid like this I believe this is a javelina, which is like a small-headed wild pig. And now, for instance, these teeth right here, I put these in today, and I took them, and they were part of a plastic Christmas display, which is a long story. But anyway, I had to cut them off and all this shit, and then I had to glue them in, and then I got the other ones to go with it. I'm making a monster skull, and then I couldn't, they were too wide. I didn't want to cut them off any shorter. You cut them off, it'd be smaller, in diameter to fit into the holes here, but I couldn't do that because I didn't want them too short, so I mounted them and glued them onto the stick, and then I take the stick and I stick the stick in the hole with a little bit of glue, and then I got me a fang. So, but now the other ones, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 more fangs to make. I'm gonna make my own monster skull, so I got 4 more fangs to make. Now I've carved them out of bone before. I've carved them out of larger teeth before. I've even used shark's teeth before in these skulls, but I like make them like original ones. Make big giant fangs and make them look kind of mean and evil and stuff. So, but it's kind of fun. I get to think about stuff, use my imagination and stuff like that. It's kind of fun. And then last night I got a bunch of tools lined up here, pliers and fucking wire cutters and all kinds of shit. And I've got these skulls and I'm pulling the teeth out of these skulls. Some of them are breaking, hitting me in the face and shit and flying all over the floor. I can hear them hit the TV. But the teeth are brittle. You grab them too tight. Now some of them are naturally sealed in really good, and some people kind of glue them in. And when you get these, now a lot of the skulls I get are from the wild. They're caught. They're outside, or some of the ones like from the big larger horned animals, like from Africa and stuff. A lot of those were used for food. They actually cooked the animal and fed it to the villagers and stuff. And they take the skull, and then I'd buy the skull from them. And that's what a few of those big ones in the kitchen are from, like big antelope and stuff like that. But a lot of them, I got I got a cow skull one time. I think it was from Arizona, and I got 2 of them, and they're in fairly decent shape. But when I did, I opened the one and I was running a wire like in the back of these skulls. There's all kinds of cavities, like right here where the brains are and shit. And you can just run like a hanger through there. And so that's what I was doing. And there was something that was in the way, so I took a screwdriver and I was punching it through there. Well, it was a decent sized piece of brain matter that was still in the skull. And guess what came out? A bunch of fire ants. I went, oh shit! I grabbed both the skulls and I threw them in the oven, turned the oven on, and I baked the shit out of those skulls. And after that, they got real brittle. I touched them, they started falling apart. Damn near. I cooked them too long, but I wanted to get rid of those damn ants, man. Because sometimes you find weird shit in these skulls, man. One time I thought it looked like a fingernail, but it wasn't. But it kind of looked like one. A lot of times the bone and different parts, like in the inside of the skull, it's almost like thin membranes, but they're made out of real fine bone. Like you touch them, they just break and crack and disintegrate. Well, it's a lot of fun, I like making my own. I don't make the whole thing, but that'd be hard to do. It'd take a long time, but
just need to find a cat.
Well, here, kitty. 1, 2, there's about 4 or 5 of them right there in the kitchen on the wall there. Neighbors might have wondering what happened to their kitty cat. Yeah. Fluffy, no more Fluffy. Fluffy's on my wall.
Well, you returned the fur, right?
Yeah. You see that little miniature rug in there? In front of my little fireplace back there. That's why I got that heater that it looks like a old stove or something. It's an electric heater, but it's got one part of it you can just put like these fires, artificial fire comes on, So I put that little rug in front of the fire in the place there. And when I want to get cozy on a nice cold winter morning, I sit in front of her on my little kitty cat rug. Play with the tail. Pet the head. Nice fluffy. You sit like this. Remember the last time you seen me fluffy? No more fluffy.
You like the poison beans, Fluffy?
I only did that once. I felt so bad, man. That cat screamed for hours. That wasn't my intention. Man, I tried to be civil about the whole thing. I tried talking to people, and then I tried calling the city to set traps, and they wouldn't come out. Well, I got some rat traps. I'm going to put 3 or 4 rat traps, and put a can of cat food in the middle. I'm not really mean.
Once you finish the story.
Well, I don't know. Like, one time they pissed all over my porch, man. And then they gave me fleas out there, laying all over my shit out there, and got fleas all over everything. I hated that, man. Well, I finally, but they're out of control now. The Dan next door got a haven over there, man. He said they crawl in his heating vents and everything. I said, well, shit, fix everything out there, man. Cover the holes up.
That cat screamed for hours, man.
It did. I felt bad, man. Yeah, that shit causes severe stomach cramps. I tried shooting one with a blowgun one time, and I kept missing. Out there. You go. Finish the cat. Fucking shot everywhere, but I couldn't hit the fucking cat. So I just give up. Think of more, easier things. Poison. Oh, my stomach hurts.
How's it feel?
Oh, you didn't, did you? I just finished it, man.
No, I'm saying about the cat.
Oh, yeah, I know. Did you put something here?
No.
Yeah,
I was going to say it was karma.
Yeah. Poor kitty. Maybe that's why I got food poisoning a while ago. Oh, that was awful, man.
The guy's driving away in the car that delivers the food.
Yeah.
Motherfucker gave me fleas.
Oh shit! I'm thirsty, man. I need something to drink. Stop trying. Oh, I'm trying to get up, man.
I thought you were doing sit-ups.
Just the momentum. There. Oh. Yeah, yeah. Oops.
Trying to think of funny stories you've told me before.
Oh shit. Can't think of anything right off. I can't hardly think anymore. I'm tired of thinking. But when I think of too much shit. And I think about stuff I don't want to think about at the time either.
Like what?
I don't know. I'm so confused. I'm having a panic attack. No, not really. Oh man, I don't believe people.
What was the best show you guys ever played as Tommy Trash?
Did some pretty good ones at Paychecks. I'm trying to think. Some of the outside stuff was really cool too. We did that big thing for muscular dystrophy at Jerry's kids thing. Jerry Lewis, you know who he is, don't you know?
I know the name.
Yeah, he used to be a famous comedian years ago and stuff. I never liked him. I thought he was really mean, but it was a big. They advertised it on TV and everything, all the stations and stuff. And it lasted like a whole weekend. I helped put the entertainment together and stuff. It took a lot. We had to work around different bands, like guys in different bands were working, you know. We had to work around people's work schedules and switch this band for this band and this time for this time. And it was a pain in the ass, but everything fell within about 10 minutes of what was supposed to, so it turned out pretty good. Yeah, that Southgate Shopping Center. Well, I think the biggest thing we did was Lincoln Park. It was an outside concert. Three Dog Night were there. Mitch Ryder, what a dick. Excuse my French, but Mitch Ryder was there. Three Dog Night. There was a guy who used to be, I don't know if he played guitar with Rick Springfield or something. There was Rick Springfield band or something, I don't know. Paul Kingley, something like that. I'm trying to the kid last name. But yeah, that was pretty nice there. Mitch Ryder got pissed.
What?
Well, at the time, I'm old now and stuff, but
Were you younger before?
yeah, I was younger before. Actually 20 years ago. 30 years ago. But anyway, okay, Mitch Ryder was in line signing autographs. And he was dressed he had like gray hair. He had a red black flannel shirt on, a pair of jeans. And he looked like the kid next door's grandfather, you know?
Yeah.
And then Tommy Trash had his line, and we were giving away records, bumper stickers, posters, buttons. We had like the record I'm a Disgrace was out, and we had a little button that said Tommy Trash, I'm a Disgrace. We were giving buttons away, bumper stickers, well. And then plus we were on like the local cable. We had a show, rock video show called the Tommy Trash Show. So that was on. They run that almost every day on the public access channel. And so anyway, the kids, I mean, the kids see us on TV, and then plus I was in that crummy movie, that Outlive 2007, that crummy movie. I was in that. So they were showing that on TV too at the time. So anyway, make a long story short, everybody left Mitch Ryder's line and came into our line. And Mitch Ryder got pissed, and he took Tommy Trash had given him a record, signed a record, and gave it to him. Mitch Ryder took the record and broke it in half. Yeah, it's trash. All right, damn it. He took it and threw it up, threw it down, and walked away. That's what a sore loser, man. You know, I mean, you know, and like the Three Dog Night, those guys are cool. The drummer coming around, starting talking to me about my drums and stuff, you know, and they weren't stuck up or nothing like that, you know. And here Mitch Ryder was kind of a washed up, Tommy Trash called him a washed up has-been. I don't know how well that went over.
Oh, he said it to his face?
Well, he said it loud enough. I don't know if you heard him or not. Probably didn't, but yeah, he said that. And, well, I mean, kids didn't, and there was a lot of kids, younger kids, you know. They didn't know who he was. He just looked like somebody's grandfather, you know.
Yeah.
And like I said, Tommy Trash dressed kind of, you know, on the weird side, you know. And I wore some shit that, you know, people thought might not be everyday stuff, you know, but you know, it was just, I guess, at the time, like, we looked apart and he didn't, you know, and
you guys looked like a band.
Yeah, and he got pissed. He just looked like an old man, you know, and kind of needed a shave and stuff, you know. Kind of looked like a homeless guy. I don't know if is he still alive?
I have no idea.
Me either. Don't give a shit. Well, he's going to get pissed.
Wait, Mitch Ryder? Alexa, is Mitch Ryder alive?
Mitch Ryder is still alive. He is 76 years old.
He's only a couple years older than me. And he looked bad back then. Not that I look all that great now. That motherfucker was ugly back then, man. You imagine what he looked like now? He looked like a wrinkled up potato with the spuds growing out. Probably got moles all over his face and shit. Big old thing hanging down.
Oh, God.
Big old vein. When you were mine. Yeah, he redid, I don't like that guy, Prince, but he redid a Prince song, When You Were Mine was the name of the song, and he kind of wrote on the skirt tails of that for a little while, and then who was it? So John Cougar or somebody took him under his wing and kind of toured with him, and then he just flopped out again. I mean, he was popular in the 60s and stuff, the 70s, but
You remembered where to put it.
yeah. Well, it's just to the right of that circle. That circle's right in front of me, man. I got good direction. So as long as I'm right to the right of that circle and exactly an arm length away. You know, I'm not lying. Look at that. Exactly an arm length away. Perfect, man. Except it's on the edge.
I wish I could think of that.
Well, hell yeah. When you get, I went to a Catholic school.
That's what they taught you? Smack you with a ruler if you didn't put it.
Well, they did that shit, man. One time this nun took a fucking, they had these ties, you know, you used to have to tie them, but then they had to kind of just would clip on, you know. It had like a hook right here. She took one of those and stuck in the guy's nose and drug him around the class, man.
Jesus Christ.
They did some weird shit, man. But then they were nuts, too.
That wasn't nuts?
Well, we had our study hall in the library, and they had these long blinds, you know, like, I don't know, blinds, I guess they call them. And we used to take pennies and flip them and hit the blinds, and she swore it was the devil doing it. She used to get holy water, sprinkle holy water around. She sprinkled holy water over here. We're flipping shit over here. Lord help me. Lord help me. Call the priest in
School
there.
would have been awesome like that.
Call the priest in there and shit.
My buddy Robbie put tax in our math teacher's coffee. Yeah.
Ooh.
Everyone hated her, man. She didn't deserve it either. She just see, it was an alternative school where all the bad kids went, you know. So like, yeah, she didn't.
Bad kids?
Huh?
Go ahead. Fucking retard. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
She didn't like demand respect, you know. I remember my first time going to that school. I had like English or history or some shit, like that. Going, there's like 4 kids a classroom and shit, you know. And like, this is retard school.
Bet you showed that real short bus. Volkswagen.
But my last class was math, so I go in this teacher's room and they had the most kids in it. And I remember she got up. You know, they got the fucking overhead thing, like they put like clear paper on it and write it, and it projects it on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So she got up to
Master, whatever they used to call them things. I think they were called. Yeah, but I know what you mean. The projection image.
Yeah, she got up there. She's like, "All right, class, time to whatever." And someone like, "Shut the fuck up!" And then she went in the corner at her desk and cried for the rest of the hour while everyone just did what they wanted. And then she wouldn't try to teach for a whole week after that. You know, every week on Monday she'd try, and I would be like, "Shut up, bitch!"
She'd have fit right into today's society.
Yeah.
They're so sensitive.
Everyone was so hard on her, like it was crazy. And then my buddy stole the textbooks and stuff right before the test, just right out from like her desk. Everyone used to fuck with her so bad. But one time in that class, there was this kid, Tony. He was like this big bodybuilder dude. And me and my buddy Robbie are at the very back of the classroom at the same desk. And this Tony kid's up front. He has one of them squishy balls, you know. They're like pink and they got like these fucking things sticking out of it. When you squeeze it, it's like bubbles.
Yeah, I've seen them before. I got a head, and you squeeze it and the eyeballs pop out.
Yeah, it's like the same kind of thing. And he like threw it at the wall like opposite of him, and it hit the wall and hit some chick in the head. And like me and my buddy Robbie started laughing like hysterically. So like she gets up and she thinks I threw it because I'm laughing so hard, you know. So she starts fucking yelling at me, blah blah blah. You're so immature. You think this is funny, blah blah blah. And I just can't stop laughing, you know. And she keeps yelling at me. So I was like, shut up, bitch. I didn't throw it, you know. And so she walks up to my desk. She's like, say that again to my face. I was like, shut up, bitch.
Damn.
And then that got de-escalated however it did. And then that was the last hour of the day. So the next day, I come into school. And my first or second hour, I get called to the principal's office. And I thought I was like in deep shit, you know. Yeah. And our principal, Mr. Evers, I think his name was, he goes in there, he's like, Del, I'm really proud of you. I was like, what? And he's like, if she would have gotten my face like that, I would have hit her.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, all right, cool. And then, you know, the last hour of the day comes, so it's back in that class. And that was the math teacher everyone fucked with, you know. And I walk in class and she goes, Del? You know? And so I go over there. I was like, now I'm going to get it. She's like, I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you for restraining yourself and not hitting her. I was like, God damn, I love this school. You would have hated it, though, because they got a daycare. And all the girls bring their babies to school.
Like that. I'd turn into a baby killer.
Yeah.
Shut up. God damn it, shut up. Can't take it no more. I don't know why. That's one thing I fucking hate so bad, man, is I can't watch anything on TV without it screaming. Every time they have a baby in it, it's got to be screaming. I had to fast forward to about 7 minutes yesterday of a kid constantly screaming. Yeah. God damn, shut the fuck up. You know, I can understand why people accidentally kill kids.
Accidentally.
Well, you know, when they shake the piss out of them until they die, you know. I mean, I don't condone it, but I understand. It makes me cringe, man. I go, oh God, I can't take it, you know. And
You tell the cops, "Oh, he screamed and it scared me, and I was petting him, and my hand was by his neck, and I jumped."
it slipped. I went to get up, and his neck accidentally snapped. I heard a loud clicking sound.
I'm picturing if you went to my school, my high school, they had the daycare, you freak out, you know. School gets out and you're walking out with a bag of baby skulls. Gonna go put some fangs on these. Where's my baby? We had this one chick. I actually grew up with her in Flat Rock, but we were both in Downriver by high school, and she had like 3 kids, but they kept getting taken away by social services or whatever. And every time they take one away, she'd get another one.
Jesus, I mean, what the hell's wrong with people?
And she'd like leave them in the car and shit, like forget them in the car when she got home, like shit like that.
You didn't even trust her with a bird or a cat or anything,
Yeah.
man, let alone a kid. Well, sometimes the kids deserve it.
Yeah. She's like you.
She won't shut up.
It's
man.
like, are we there yet? Yeah, fuck you, you're living in the car. You're like, yeah, don't strangle your ass, motherfucker.
Get in the goddamn trunk.
Yeah.
Where you belong.
I remember there was this one story years ago I read. Some chick killed her baby. She didn't know what to do with it, so she left it in a drawer of her office desk. And it started stinking so bad, someone like went into her desk and looked at the dead baby in there.
Didn't she think she was going to get caught? But she probably wasn't worried about it.
Yeah.
Remember, didn't give a shit, you know.
She probably was so worried she wasn't thinking straight about getting caught.
Yeah.
That's a crime.
Is it? Baby side.
I remember me, Yuri, and Dylan were hanging out one day. They came over to my house and we left. Walking down the street, and there's cops in the ambulance or whatever, and people standing outside this house. And there's this old guy laying on the sidewalk, like the sidewalk going from the driveway to the door, you know? And there's some lady standing out there, and we asked her what was going on, and he like fell off the steps and like died. And Yuri got so excited he called his mom. He's like, "Mom, we just seen a dead guy." She's yelling at him, you know why he's so happy to see a dead guy. Yuri's mom was crazy. Her name was Aida. We called her Aida Dick.
You called her mom that?
Yeah, not to her face.
Well, I hope not.
But she was like one of those Catholic nuns, you know.
Oh, yeah,
like Yuri, he looked like he lived under a rock or something, you know. Like our whole time, like we were all always hanging out with him, and he was kind of fucked up in the head. So like, we pictured if you went over to his house, it would be like Kenny's house on South Park,
Yeah.
or like a log or something, you know. His family's like sitting there eating bugs and shit and drinking. So the first time we go over to his house, it's like the most clean, spotless, nice house. It's right on the river, you know.
Wow.
And there's crosses and a piano in the living room and all this shit. We're like,
Yeah.
he really looked like a drowned rat, you know, fucking all tattered up and shooting snot rockets everywhere. Man, we'd just be hanging out and he'd pull down his pants and start shitting. It's like, he's done that multiple times. We're like, what the fuck, man? And he came from my house like that. His mom had like an accent, you know, they're like Greek or some shit.
Yeah. Yuri, I think Yuri is a Greek name, I believe.
And he fucking spelt it wrong.
His own name?
Yeah. He lied so fucking much, he even lied about his name. Like, he always spelled it Y-U-R-I. And then, we were looking through what do you call them books you get at the end of the year in school? A yearbook?
Yeah.
Yeah. And in the yearbook, his name is spelled J-U-R-I. And I brought it up to him, I was like, well, why do they got a J in your name instead of a Y? He's like, oh, they mixed it up with some Arabic kid or something. And then I seen his mom sign something for school, and she spelt it J-U-R-I. I was like, is your mom getting it mixed up with the Arabic kid too? Like,
it's like the Hungarians, for instance. They like them instead of saying van, they say wan. Like they'll use the W where the V should be and the V where the W should be. So like I'm gonna go get my wan. I'm gonna go get my wan today.
Look at that vagina.
And then there was a guy that he was I call him a rat face, but his name was Gabor Tuba. He was an old Hungarian guy who used to work right. I did, and they put him in charge of first aid one time. And I hurt my elbow, and I went up there. He had to write it up. He spelled elbow. He spelled A-L-B-O. Elbow. Cracked me up.
And we went to Yuri's one time. Me and Yuri had long hair, and Dylan didn't. Dylan would shave his head. He had he just got his ears pierced, so he had these diamond earrings in. And I of course had my ears stretched, and I was giving Yuri all my tapers so he could stretch his ears.
Yeah.
He just covered them with his hair when he was around his mom. And we would go in there, and Dylan's like, "Look, Aida, I just pierced my ears and all this." She had this fucking crazy look. She looked at Yuri. She's like, "Yuri, show me your ears." He was like, "No, Mom." "Show me your ears." So he lifts up his hair, and he has stretched ears.
Oh,
and she
shit.
freaked out, man. She, "Take those out." She's beating them and shit. And then she was like, me and Dylan are just sitting in Yuri's room, like it's awkward as hell. She's beating them and yelling at him and stuff and throwing all the tapers and plugs I gave him away. And she's like, "Those aren't your friends, Yuri. They're only friends with you because you have buttons in your ears."
Buttons. Like me, I haven't worn my earrings in a while. I got like 3 holes in this one and 1 in this one, but I don't buy. I buy cheap shit, man, for my ears because every time I get anything expensive, I lose it, man.
Yeah.
Every single time, man. Even this friend of mine, she lost one of her diamonds. And I've had that happen 2 or 3 different times. When I lose a diamond, like a diamond stud or something, they'll give me the other one. And shit, I don't think I've had one over a month and it's gone. I'll wake up and it's not in my ear anymore. I remember one time I had this silver scimitar. It's like an Arabic sword, curved blade and all that. And that was one of my favorite earrings. It was just kick-ass looking. I really liked it. And I was on my bike, on my software, my Harley at the time, and I put my helmet on it, made sure it was there, and then when I got to where I was going, it was gone. And I was bummed, man. And then anytime I wore anything, half-ass expensive, I'd lose it. So I just said, I don't spend a fortune on earrings anymore.
My dad wouldn't talk to me for months after I got my ears pierced.
No?
No.
Damn, that's... I don't know why. Well, I remember back, I got my ear pierced back in, the first piercing was back in like 1976 or something like that. And, man, people, so much stuff now is so much more accepted than it used to be like back then. Like me, with the tattoos, for instance, I had all them homemade tattoos I got when I was 16. And then, like when I met Steve, Tattoo Steve, that's that big down the roadie, that was his brother Steve. I started getting covered in. I started getting homemade ones covered up and stuff. But I was asked if I was a junkie. I was asked if I was in prison. Just because of the tattoos. They weren't accepted back then. You were either a criminal or an ex-con or a criminal or a gang. You're in a gang or something. It was always something bad. It was never anything good or positive.
Well,
Well, look at girls now. I mean, girls are all tatted up now. I mean, they got full sleeves and whole body tats and shit, you know. But back then, man, you know, people, you were in prison. Yeah. Why? Want to hear a story? God, I smoke too much. That's okay, though. I like my fucking cigarettes, man. Always did. Well, back when my mother made me be an altar boy, man, I used to steal money out of collection basket to get my cigarettes with.
We'd use our lunch money. We'd save up all week, and then, you know, there'd be a football game, and then we'd ask our parents for money for the game, you know, like $10 or whatever it was. Take the money, go get cigarettes, and then hop the fence into the football game. And at the football game, we just go ask chicks for numbers, and then ask everybody else for $1.
You come out with a lot of money?
Sometimes. Enough to go to Taco Bell or McDonald's
that's cool.
after the game with everybody.
You should have money to do it with, hell.
And then we'd smoke under the bleachers, but we wouldn't do it the home bleachers because that's where all the teachers and shit were.
I get
So,
busted, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what we hopped the fence right on the other side's bleachers, and then just smoke cigarettes under there. And no one bothers us until it got like later in high school or whatever, and people started like coming down there. Oh, you're fucking smoking and shit. I don't know if that's just because society became more anti-cigarettes or what.
They started, the anti-cigarette movement got to be pretty crazy after a while, man.
Yeah.
Damn. That's why I said, like, when you guys were young, fuck, that's why I said, come on in the store and smoke cigarettes here. Don't get caught out
Yeah.
there, man.
Fucking that time me and Robbie, man. We were riding our bikes to Hurock. We stopped by Ed's where you were at to get cigarettes. And then we didn't have a lighter, so we had to light them there instead of getting to the park and hiding first.
Okay.
And then fucking, we light our cigarettes and we're riding our bikes. And Robbie's sister and mom drive by, right? As we're like between Ed's and Hurock. And Robbie's sister sticks her head out the door and goes like, Robbie, what are you smoking? And he holds the cigarette up like it's a middle finger, you know? He's like, this! And then, after he went home that day, I thought, that's it, I'm not going to, you know, talk to Robbie for a while. He's probably grounded and shit and in big trouble. I hit him up like a week later or something. I was like, what happened, man? He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, the cigarettes. And he goes like, oh, my mom just buys them for me now. So when I kind of confessed. I got nudged into confessing by my mom. I thought it was going to be like that. My dad smoked like 6 packs a day, man. So I was thinking, not a big deal. He can share with me, you know?
Why not?
You know? I got grounded for 3 months.
Holy
I wasn't
shit.
allowed to walk to and from school. I wasn't allowed to go out on the porch. I had to stay inside the house.
Damn.
Wasn't allowed to communicate with friends, use the phone, anything. 3 months.
That's insane.
Yeah. They only ungrounded me because my dad thought I was going to kill myself.
You'd feel guilty about that.
Yeah. As he's sitting there chain smoking, you know. No, and then they'd call me into, like, they'd have meetings with me after like, you know, we go to sleep because we got school in the morning, me and my brother, and then after, like, hours, they'd wake me up, be like, come into the living room, and sit there and they just lecture me for hours about smoking. Multiple nights this happened. I remember sitting there, you know, and I'm watching them lecture me, and my dad's chain smoking the whole time. He's like, you know, back when I was a kid, we didn't know any better. And if I ever catch you smoking again, let me tell you, it's like, I'm just staring at him like, you gotta be kidding me. Blowing smoke into my face, telling me, you know, how bad it is.
And all if you believe in that second-hand shit, you know?
Yeah.
Here, Dad, give me some more.
Yeah.
As much as you smoke, man, you can fucking inhale a whole pack of cigarettes at once, man.
Yeah, I was hoping they'd make me smoke a carton at once, you know? That old trick.
Die!
Yeah.
Yeah, my mother made me eat one.
Ugh.
Made me eat a Pall Mall.
Oh, and that's a bad cigarette too.
Made me puke. Supposed to smoke them, not eat them.
Yeah, you tell her that?
They got tobacco to chew, you know. Oh man, that was awful.
Did she smoke?
No, dumb bitch. One time me and my buddy, we were drinking when I was about 16, I think, and one of his neighbors was on vacation, so we went and sat on their front porch and just drinking beer. And we were taking our cigarette butts and throwing them in this one can, man. I was all fucked up. I grabbed that wrong can and swallowed a bunch of that shit. I didn't even get sick either.
My mom's family, someone is like graduating from high school or something, so they're having a party. So my mom drugged like me and my brother and my dad and stuff. My dad hated being at like those family things, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And like my mom's family, they're all anti-smoking and like really clean, fun, colorful people, you know? And my dad would just sit there and drink beer and chain smoke. And there was all these beer cans on the porch, and everybody's like in the backyard under this tent partying and shit. My dad's just putting his butts in this can, and the chick whose party it was, her and her friends are like strutting out into the front yard, you know, all happy and partying, and she just grabs a drink off the porch, goes to drink it, gets a mouthful of cigarette butts. He's puking in the front yard and shit.
Wasn't strutting so pretty there, was she?
That was amazing.
I'm thirsty again, man.
I've drank chew spit before. I used to have...
Somebody else's?
No,
Oh, okay.
mine.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I drank piss too.
Ew.
I think that happened recently. I have to quit pissing in bottles.
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, I got a video
Especially
on my...
when you're drinking out of.
I have a video on my phone of that place on Gratiot I was living. And oh my god, there's bottles of piss everywhere. And I was living off heroin and vodka, so it's like, you know, almost black piss, you know? Literally, all I ate the whole time I was living there pretty much was Reese's and Kit Kats.
I grew something out of piss one time. When I worked, I never told anybody this.
The lemon tree.
I used to work at this aluminum storm door storm window company in Detroit years ago. I remember one time I had to piss, and real bad, so I pissed in this pop bottle in the back and put it in the back of the shop. And I just left it there, and it grew this fucking thing in there, man. It looked like an upside down pointed dick light. It was fat like this, and then it got skinnier and skinnier as it went down. But it looked like, it was weird looking. It was like, it tapered off, and it was like, it was a growth, man. I don't know what the fuck it was in there. Maybe I was growing something. I don't know. It came out of me, though.
It's one of your kids. A sperm found its way through your piss.
Probably one of those urban legends now in Detroit. And once in a while, they kill somebody, you don't know who or why or what it was.
Maybe it was a kidney stone that was growing into an island, like in Superman or something. The crystal he threw in the water.
Well, it could be, man. You never know. I gotta get something else to drink.
Ooch.
Fucking knees are. I got Rice Krispie knees, man. Snap, crackle, and pop. Anytime.
What?
Just a minute. I'm paranoid to drink out of cartons anymore, man.
What? Oh, because of the mold?
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I opened a bottle or a big bottle of orange juice in there, and I drank it one time so far. That was awful, man. And the thing was, normally I don't, I was working in the kitchen. That's when I was working on, I don't know if I was doing on top of that or whatever I was doing in there. And I was just really, really thirsty, so I just grabbed that, drank it right down. I do that without thinking. But anyway, I just drank it straight down, and then all of a sudden I got a bad taste. And then I looked in the cart, and I'm like, God, it looked like a fucking swamp in there, man. God damn, green and brown and shit floating all over. I thought for sure. I called poison control because I thought I was going to get real sick, but I didn't. I didn't even. My stomach was a little bit upset for a couple hours, and that was it, man. I was surprised. Just I didn't get poisoned.
Thirsty?
I'm full. I'm still thirsty. Yeah, do you ever drink so much that like when you move, it boom, boom? It sounds like the ocean in there, man. And it's sloshing around.
It's a water balloon.
Yeah, you go, oh God, no. Let me piss, please.
I hate that. Especially when you're trying to go to sleep.
Oh, yeah. I lay this way. Oh, it hurts. Oh, that hurts too. Fuck yeah.
You just, every time you turn around,
And you wish you could piss a gallon at a time just to get rid of it.
Yeah.
You know? God. I know that was awful, man.
when we lived at the loft, me and Seb would piss in bottles, those gallon water bottles. And everyone in there was pretty much rappers besides us. And they'd come in, like, party with us for a while and sell people, like, cups of vodka and shit. And these two guys come in, and they're, like, chilling, hanging out. And then I was laughing at something, and I kicked over a bottle of piss right by their shoes. We didn't even have the cap on it. It was just a fucking open bottle of piss. And then
mad?
no, they're like, whoa, you know. And then I had to go use the bathroom because I was laughing so hard at that. I'm coming back and they're walking down the hallway and they're like, yo, them white boys are crazy.
Stay away from them motherfuckers.
Man, we had this friend, Wood. He was like, kind of mentally ill, as you say. But like, hang out at these bars, and he'd always wind up with Coke somehow. And he'd come over and just bring us a bunch of Coke, and you know, I always had vodka and shit. And every night he'd come over with a different group of people he just met.
Just met?
Yeah. And it's like, he'd bring these people over. Like, these people don't know who we are. They don't know who he is. He's just bringing a bunch of people over. And then they're partying in our room and stuff. You know, I'm like watching our shit. You know, make sure they don't fucking take nothing. But then they'd be leaving expensive ass shit, like iPads and phones and shit.
Yeah,
They just leave it in there. I'd run down the hall like, yo, you left your shit in there. And they'd be like, oh, it's cool, I'll get it later. I'm like, all right, yeah, whatever.
If it's around later.
Yeah. Wood might bring another group of people. You know, they might.
You don't know them either.
And then, Wood, I thought, like, you know, he'd be talking about hanging out the bar and we should come, and we thought it was probably some ghetto place they don't want me and Seb being, you know?
Yeah.
So we finally go play some pool with him one time. It's like this old white hick bar on 7 Mile.
No shit.
Yeah. It was the most ridiculous. He was the only black guy there. Everybody else was like, you know, a baby boomer white guy, you know, the fucking horseshoe haircut, you know, drinking a Budweiser. And I'm like, this is the bar you hang out at, what? Yeah, nigga. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, he quit coming by because I just got a big chunk of Social Security money. So like we were just partying for a while and I wasn't working. And we partied for like weeks straight because Wood was coming over every night with coke. And then I had a bunch of money. And then I ran out of money, so I had to get a job. And
Too much coke.
and then I got a job driving the delivering car parts on the west side. And I remember I had to sleep, and he's banging on my door all night. And I'm just trying to ignore it, and he'll go away, but he just never went away. He's just banging on the door. I answer it, and I'm pissed off because, I'm trying to sleep. And I like kind of got loud with him. I was like, dude, I'm trying to fucking sleep. I have to, work so I can pay my rent and shit. And like he got offended and I don't know, his feelings hurt or something. And we never heard from him again. But that job, I had the van at the time. So it used up a lot of gas and it was like a salary of $525 a week or something. Well, I spent $500 in gas a week delivering the parts. But it only lasted a couple weeks.
I wonder why.
No, I got fired. I remember I found the job on Craigslist where I found most of my jobs. And it didn't say nothing about a drug test. So the interview was like at a hotel or something. I pull up, I'm about to go in, and I shoot up some crack right before I go into the job interview. And then they sent me to go get a drug test. It took 2 weeks for the results to get back, I guess, because everything was fine for a couple weeks. And then one day, how it would work is we go to the, like, where we worked, where the parts come in at.
Yeah.
And then we just sit around and wait till they got an order and they give it, okay, you take this here, and there'd be a line of us. And then, so we go deliver a part to whatever mechanic place, and we come back, get another part, deliver it somewhere else, and just keep coming back. One time in the middle of the day, I came back to go pick up my next order, and they're like, you need to leave. I was like, what's going on? They're like, we got your drug test back. I was like, oh.
They used to do that where I worked at. That's when I was supervisor. And like, I ran the parts department, so you had to read precision instruments. Like there was like a height indicator, there was a micrometer, digital, I like the dial calipers rather than digital ones. But, you had to read all these, and then you had a little thing called a sterochrome rule. And measured, tenths, hundreds, 64, 30 seconds, and thousandths, And so what would happen, they'd hire somebody, and I'd spend 2 weeks, training them, and then they'd get their piss test results back, and then boom, they were gone. And then, they did that 2 or 3 times right in a row with people. I'd spend 2 weeks training somebody, and then boom, they drug test. And some of this shit, like coke is out of your system, I think, in like 4 days, maybe. You think these people can just wait in 3 or 4 days till they get a job, and then do it, But no, they got to do it right before.
Well, they probably didn't want to keep the job. They probably just wanted 2 weeks worth of paycheck.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could very well be. They used to crack me up, though, man.
But you can do that job on coke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, then what's the why you test?
No big deal.
When I came back from California the first time, I applied it. It was like some warehouse job or something on Sibley in Brownstown or some shit.
Oh yeah, I know where you're talking about.
And it's supposed to be
the
like
big giant one. Big as a car.
I've never been there.
Car company warehouse. I
don't know. I think it was a warehouse. There's a bunch of buildings.
Yeah, there's
there.
a big giant. There's big giant ones right there. I know where you're talking about.
But I applied there. And it's supposed to be like it was like one of the highest paying jobs around here and shit at that time, and a really good job. And then I had to do a drug test and that, and they called me, and the chick, like, you can tell she was really, I don't know, like sheltered suburban type.
Oh yeah.
She called me. She's like, "So we found heroin and cocaine in your system." And I was just like,
"No, you're wrong."
I was like, "Yeah, I thought that would probably be in there." She's like, "Oh, okay."
That's kind of what my ex-wife was like. She was like, her parents really sheltered her, man, and it just, once you kind of stepped into my world, sort of. Oh.
Killing cats and taking their skulls and shit. Why is there 5 dead babies in the basement?
I don't know. Somebody must have put them there. I didn't do
They
it.
must have crawled in through the crawl space and died. You didn't leave the food out for them? I thought I told you to feed them.
Told you to keep that trap door shut. Yeah, if I drink any more, I'm going to float away, man. turn into a big thing of water. Well, splash on the floor.
Like the mashed potatoes earlier.
Yeah.
Emptied out your dinner like it was a bag of candy from Halloween. Look at these mashed potatoes.
They're real. Yeah, I even have lumps in them and everything. Real shit. Can I have one of your American Spirit cigarettes, Dal?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You can have
man.
one of my American Spirit
Oh, okay.
cigarettes, Jake.
Yeah, they taste better than mine. Oh, God, I must have had...
I didn't roll one bad one today.
I only did 1 or 2, but damn, I smoked a lot today.
I think I've smoked at least 2 packs today already. This is probably more expensive than just buying them in the pack. Because I smoke way more because I'm like...
It's cheap.
Yeah. So instead of smoking a pack of $10 cigarettes, I'm smoking 3 packs of $8 cigarettes. Stop.
I know. Quit picking on me. I always do that.
This kid in school, he was like autistic or some shit like that.
Retarded.
It's like, stop teasing me! And one time I said hi to him, just be nice, but he thought I was fucking with him because that's all anyone did with him. So he yelled that at me. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. And then, oh man, it was terrible. He lived right by the school. And, years later I was driving by and I seen him run out his driveway onto the sidewalk, like looking because he heard a car. I drive by and I see the garage in the back and it has a graduation thing on it. He was at a graduation party and no one was there. He heard my car coming down the street and he ran out to see if someone was coming. Oh, it was horrible. I was like, God damn.
You gave a graduation party and nobody came.
Yeah. God damn. Who would he invite, though?
Yeah. Other retards, maybe.
But they didn't even get along.
Oh, damn.
All those autistic kids, like, they just hate everybody. They're mean people. In science class in high school, dissecting frogs. And there's one of those, like that smelly kids that, like, sleeps in the back all day and shit. And, a bunch of kids cut up this frog into pieces. And then they grabbed it and put it in his pocket while he was sleeping. Guts and everything.
That's bad.
After class, you know, the bell goes off, he wakes up, and I'm walking behind him in the hallway. I'm just like, that motherfucker's in for a treat. Next time he goes to get a pen or something. What the fuck's wrong with my phone? Pulls out a fucking frog heart.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know why, but before frogs, they made us dissect worms.
Yeah, me too. I butchered a worm up so bad. We were supposed to take the brain out or something. I fucking sliced the whole fucking thing up and shit.
Teacher should have took the hint there that what you were going to turn into. No, for the up until that day, and even then it was so hard to believe. When your parents tell you something when you're really young, you know it sticks. You don't want to it's hard to take in new information that proves it wrong, you know. And I remember when I was a kid, my dad told me that worms were just moving dirt. They weren't really living creatures. And I argued that like hell until I dissected one. They showed me the heart and shit. And even then, I was like, it's all dirt.
They've got 3 or 4 hearts. Worms do, night crawlers. They got 3 or 4 hearts because that's why you can, if you cut them in the right place, each section will live.
Yeah.
Alexa, how many hearts does a night crawler have?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, night crawlers have 5 hearts.
5.
Jesus
That'd
Christ.
be cool if humans did that, man.
Would it?
We'll cut you in half and you just sprout new shit, man.
Yeah, but then you got 2 of me running around.
Oh, yeah.
You know, watch who gets cut in half.
Yeah, that's
Have to
true,
have
too.
laws. Certain people can't be cut.
Yeah, with Dan's girlfriend, for instance.
Yeah,
Imagine
it's
5
bad
of that.
enough she reproduces the way she does.
You imagine 5 of that bitch, man?
Yeah. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
It'd be more fuck you, 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 fuck you.
There'd be 10 of Dan.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
She'd keep one in the corner and kill it in front of the others.
oh, oh, man. I can't laugh no more. Stomach hurts.
Oh,
Oh, it hurts.
I hate being happy.
It makes me so depressed. It's just when I'm too happy, I just can't take it anymore.
I don't deserve it.
I'm not that kind of person. I shouldn't be happy. I don't deserve it.
God.
I hope I sleep tonight. Man. Another 6 hours or 8 hours, I'll be up for 3 days. And I took the fucking sleeping pills too, man. Took even 2 of them instead of 1.5. None of it do any good. I'm taking 2 of them fuckers tonight though. In fact, I'm taking them right now. After I finish the cigarette. I made a pack and I had 4 in that little tray thing. And that was at 5 o'clock. 4:30. Dan needed a ride to go load some piss in her. I remember his dog bit somebody, and then he didn't go to court or something. He was supposed to go to court. That's how come he's in trouble now. But the cops even told him 3 or 4 times when the bitch was on one of her rants next door. You know, she was on one of her rants. The cops came and he even said that the cops told him there's a warrant out for him. You better take care of it and shit. And he didn't do it. The last time One of the last times they came over, they took him away instead of her. Bye-bye,
I
Dan.
bet you when he got out and came back home, she beat him for
Yeah,
it.
well, she probably didn't make him dinner like he makes her dinner. You know, she beats him up and
Probably
breaks
had
his
another
shit.
guy over there. It's okay. I'll sleep in the living room.
That's what he got. He says she sleeps in the living room and I sleep in the bedroom. Yeah, right. Got me the most. He knows that she's abusing this dog and he doesn't care. Like I said, one time I heard banging and throwing shit and screaming and yelling. And here he comes walking down the street. She's in there fucking doing it to his dog. Damn it, fuck you, motherfucker. You cocksucker, bang, bang. You, fuck you, motherfucker. I hate you. And I see the motherfucker. I thought she's screaming at him. And he comes walking down the fucking street. And she's in there fucking being mean to his dog.
The dog needs to bite her.
I know, man. Needs to tear a hunk out of her fucking leg. Or her throat, mostly. I think her throat would be better.
Yeah.
Damn, I hate that bitch's voice. Got an irritating voice, and then she's got the retard sound on top of that. You know, like I hear argue. Fuck you, Dan. Fucking bitch. I want to get started on that. I just wanted to throw some water on her. I wanted to catch her out my arm, just throw a fucking bucket of water on the bitch.
And she
With
used
glass
the
in it.
beans.
Huh?
The beans.
Yeah.
Put it in her dog food or whatever.
Yeah, they work good, man.
So then you have to have a listener.
Yeah, oh,
Like,
God.
Dan will be crying. I loved her.
Oh, that time, I never forget that, man. Never, ever. I need you to call the cops. Why? She broke my phone. I said, use her phone. She broke that one, too. I said, okay, I'll go get my phone. I got my phone. How you turn it on? Here's the on button. And I got to do I can't call the police. I love her. Fucking you. Wake up, motherfucker. Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Oh, God damn.
I know. Want more of them cookies over there?
No.
I'm going to put them away.
Now you want to wrap this up?
Why were you?
Huh?
You want to wrap one up?
The podcast.
Oh, I didn't. That was. Fuck. I thought you tested it out earlier. You mean it's been going the whole time? Really?
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, man. We're going to get arrested.
The cat police are going to show up.
I think we better wrap it up. Fucking FBI be kicking the door in. Oh, shit.
Well, mama, she don't like my clothes because my jeans are ripped and my leather's too old. Says I'm wasting time because I'm having fun. I know she loves me because I'm her only son. Mama says I'm a disgrace. Daddy wants to punch me right in my face because I'm a disgrace to the human race. I wish they would go away and get off my case. My mama says I'm a disgrace. Well, every time I play my radio, my old man, he kicks the speakers cause he wants to know when I get a job, I take care of myself. The only bitches in me, cause he's got no one else. Mama says I'm a disgrace to the human race. Daddy wants to punch me right in my face, cause I'm a disgrace to the human race.